When people are interviewing designers for their project, what kind of questions should they be asking?
So I think, first and foremost, what type of services does an interior designer offer? There are so many avenues and, pockets of interior design. And so everyone's a little bit different. Some just focus on commercial construction, some focus on just new construction, some just do decorating. So I think it's important to, ask some of the questions about services. What do you offer so that we can make sure, that we're the right fit. As far as services, what do you charge? Every designer charges a little bit differently, whether it's by the hour, by the square foot, per project at a, flat fee base. So I think that's important to ask. But also what is your design style? Every designer has a little bit of a design style that they kind of tend to gravitate towards. So I think it's important as a homeowner that you're connecting with someone that has a similar design style, has some of the same tastes that you do. And so I think that's an important question to ask as well. Um, Another good question is, how does your design process work, and how long does your projects normally take? Obviously, every project is a little bit different, so I think those are important to make sure. How do you work? What do I expect? Throughout the design process, and how long should I expect it to take? Is that going to affect the timeline of the project? I think those are important things to ask.
What is your design process? So, if you were engaged to design for a whole home new construction, what is your process like?
Yeah. So I like to start out with just sort of an initial visit, sort of a get to know you meeting. I like to come out to the client's home and just kind of visit with them in their space, whether it's a new construction, maybe we'll meet at a coffee shop, or if it's in their current home. And I just like to kind of get to know them, see how they live in the space, talk to them about what their needs are, what their budget is, what they envision the space to be. And so that's always a really good starting point to making sure that we're going to be a right fit for each other. And then from there, I start with, I have a questionnaire that I have my clients fill out. And then I also encourage them to look through magazine photos, articles, Pinterest, and just sort of gather a couple different ideas of what they envision the space to look like. I like to ask my clients, well, are you more traditional? Are you more contemporary? But I think those terms can be very different to everybody. And so I'm a visual person, so I love getting or encourage clients to bring in, show me what contemporary means to you. Show me some Pinterest pictures, because that contemporary could be very different from someone else's contemporary. So I think it's important in that initial kind of discovery phase, research phase of the project, is kind of getting that information, because I think it'll really help the project down the road just be more efficient. You can kind of hone in on the design style. You can hone in on some of the things that the client likes. So, after that research phase, and depending on what it is, if it's a remodel or a new construction, that next meeting, is just sort of an initial kind of a fact finding, or let me just present a couple different options to you, whether it's a mood board of some furniture pieces, or if it's a couple different, kitchen remodel plans. I don't want to go too far in collecting all of this materials and pulling furniture without sort of getting a baseline of, okay, let's make sure we're in the right direction. So for example, if I'm going to present, kitchen remodel, let me showcase a couple different options to you. We can move this wall in this plan, move the appliances in this plan, and let's just kind of work through those, variety of options, and then that'll ultimately put together our final plan. So once we sort of get that plan together, whether it's a living room layout, whether it's a kitchen or a bathroom layout, once that's sort of set in stone and we have that footprint, that roadmap and plan, then I can kind of go in and pull, materials and selections and kind of pull it all together from there. And that's sort of the basic design process in a nutshell.